A fresh leak suggests that Samsung may introduce modest upgrades to the display and battery of the Galaxy S26 Ultra. The leak in question comes from a well-known source, Digital Chat Station, who states that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will feature a 6.9-inch display compared to the 6.86-inch display seen on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. On top of that, it is claimed that Samsung will increase the battery to 5,200 mAh compared to the current model's 5,000 mAh battery. This report was also backed by another reliable source, Tarun Vats. While the larger battery is certainly a welcome change, the actual impact on battery life depends on several factors. One possibility is Samsung shifting back to its in-house Exynos processors, which could create noticeable differences compared to Android phones powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 or the Exynos 2600. Based on past generations, Qualcomm's Snapdragon chips have consistently demonstrated better power efficiency than Samsung's Exynos counterparts. A reliable source has revealed major performance upgrades expected in the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra next year. The upcoming flagship will introduce an enhanced Snapdragon chipset, pushing mobile performance to new levels. The Galaxy S26 Ultra will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 processor, delivering stronger performance than its predecessor. Reports suggest the chip's prime core may reach 4.74 GHz, overtaking the Galaxy S25 Ultra's 4.47 GHz. The SoC confirmed for the S26 Ultra is the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 for Galaxy. Leaked data indicates around a 6% increase in peak clock speeds. Combined with 6 efficiency cores and a more advanced GPU, this improvement points to a noticeable performance jump. At the same time, Samsung continues to develop its in-house 2nm Exynos 2600 chip. These advancements put Apple in a challenging position, as Samsung appears to be leading the race in mobile performance. With Qualcomm's next Snapdragon setting higher benchmarks, upcoming iPhones may face increased competition against Samsung's flagship. A fresh report points to the adoption of new screen technology that Samsung Display first presented at Mobile World Congress 2024. According to deal site Via Jukamlusrev, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to feature an AI-driven Flex Magic Pixel OLED panel. This advanced display will be smart enough to shield on-screen content from unwanted glances. The Ultra model will be the only one to gain this upgrade, while the Pro and Edge variants are said to continue using the S25's screen solution. However, industry analysts believe Samsung could extend this innovation to its next generation of foldable devices. The Flex Magic Pixel display can limit viewing angles by adjusting individual OLED pixels with AI control. This allows the system to simulate the effect of a privacy screen protector directly through software and hardware integration. With this new display, Samsung aims to resolve a key privacy concern. Users will no longer need to rely on an additional privacy film, as the phone itself will protect sensitive information from being seen by others. Samsung is also evaluating the use of CoE screen technology in the Galaxy S26 Ultra. This would eliminate the traditional polarizer, replacing it with a printed color filter on the TFT, while the standard pixel-defined layer, PDL, would be substituted with a black PDL. According to a recent post from leaker Ice Universe, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could come with the same 5,000 mAh battery as the Galaxy S25 Ultra. This aligns with a report from Dutch outlet Galaxy Club just last week. If true, while the unchanged battery capacity may disappoint some, there could be encouraging news ahead. In another update, Ice Universe claims it is 100% confirmed that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will surpass the 45-watt charging power, although no exact figure has been shared, with some rumors even suggesting the flagship could house a massive 7,000 mAh cell. However, tipster Ice Universe has provided a less encouraging update on Weibo, claiming that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will retain the same 5,000 mAh battery Samsung has used since the Galaxy S20 Ultra in 2020. In another post, Ice Universe mentioned that the Galaxy S26 Edge is expected to carry a 4,400 mAh battery. On a more positive note, Samsung is reportedly increasing the Galaxy S26 Ultra's charging speed to 60 watt, which should help users recharge faster. Tipster at Ro claims that all the S26 series could become slimmer like the S25 Edge. The lineup is expected to include the S26, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra. Although it won't be reduced as extremely as the S25, it will still become somewhat slimmer, improving the grip. In addition, Samsung is considering whether the Plus model should evolve into a Pro lineup or continue as the Plus version. However, well-known tipster Ice Universe has already claimed that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will come in a slimmer and lighter design. Now, Sam Lover blog has taken it further by sharing complete color renders of the Galaxy S26 Ultra. According to their post, the device will also be available in ice blue, titanium gray, mint green, pearl white, phantom black, and champagne gold. In another tweet, Anthony shared details regarding the battery capacity of the entire Galaxy S26 lineup. He suggested a more realistic estimate if Samsung adopts silicon carbon batteries. A recent leak from Ice Universe on X suggests that the Galaxy S26 Ultra will receive a significant camera enhancement, introducing a new HP2+ sensor paired with a large aperture. This could mark the most substantial leap in camera performance since the Galaxy S20 Ultra's debut in 2020. If accurate, the S26 Ultra may deliver photos capable of impressing even in the most challenging lighting conditions. The device is rumored to feature the HP2+ camera with a 200-megapixel resolution. Its larger aperture would allow considerably more light to enter, resulting in improved low-light performance and vivid nighttime images without the grainy look. According to the leak, this improvement will greatly increase light input, enhance dim light quality, and resolve all existing issues. We got our first look at the initial firmware file for the Galaxy S26 Ultra, confirming it will launch with Android 16-based One UI 8.5. But that's only the beginning. Digging deeper into the firmware is revealing even more noteworthy details. One highlight points to Qualcomm's next flagship processor making its way into Samsung's upcoming Galaxy S Ultra. This lines up with a recent update from Ice Universe, suggesting a shift in Samsung's software release approach, giving its foldable devices the newest One UI version first, then refining it for the Galaxy S series. The firmware, spotted on Samsung's own servers, confirms that development of One UI 8.5 for the S26 lineup is already underway. Within the file, the PMK8850 identifier appears, which likely corresponds to Qualcomm's next-generation flagship chipset. Considering the S25 Ultra shipped with the Snapdragon 8 Elite listed as 8,750 inch its firmware, it's reasonable to expect the S26 Ultra will again feature a Snapdragon chip. A separate report also notes that Samsung has developed a new cooling method to keep the Exynos 2600 running at lower temperatures. A recent leak highlights the device's upgraded 60-watt fast charging capability, revealing impressive charge times for topping up its large battery. According to Insider Ice Universe on Weibo, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could reach around 75 to 80% in just 30 minutes. This marks a significant jump from the 45-watt charging offered by the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Hitting the 80% mark within half an hour could easily provide a full day's worth of battery life for most users. Current Samsung flagships already deliver all-day performance under moderate use, though heavy gaming or extended camera use tends to drain power more quickly. This new information aligns with earlier estimates we shared on potential charging times for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Based on its upgraded charging speed, we projected that it could go from 0 to 50% in roughly 15 minutes, reach 80% in 30 minutes, and fully charge to 100% in about 45 minutes. The device recently surfaced on Samsung's software server, giving us an early look at its development stage inside the company's labs. The S26 Ultra's software was first spotted by ex-user Quorum Akhilesh, showing a new build number S948USQ0AYG8 currently being tested on what appears to be an early prototype of the device. Samsung is expected to officially introduce the Galaxy S26 series in February next year. This early software sighting marks a notable step toward its launch, and we could soon see similar builds for the other two models in the lineup. While the build number doesn't confirm which One UI version will ship at launch, earlier reports give us a clearer picture. The Galaxy S26 series is expected to debut with One UI 8.5 based on Android 16. Samsung first rolled out its Android 16-based One UI 8 with its 2025 foldable phones. If the rumors hold true, the S26 series may break tradition by moving to One UI 8.5 instead of the typical incremental X.1 update. Ice Universe has dampened expectations for a sensor upgrade on the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra's 200-megapixel main camera. According to the leakster, the sensor will remain the same, but an important upgrade is still on the way. The S26 Ultra will continue using the Exynos Cell HP2 and 1/1.3-inch sensor that has been featured since the Galaxy S23 Ultra. This means Samsung won't be switching to the 1.1-inch 200-megapixel Sony sensor some had hoped for. However, ICE reports that Samsung will enhance the lens with a wider f/1.4 aperture, allowing approximately 47% more light to reach the sensor compared to the f/1.7 lens on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. While an f/1.4 aperture may not deliver optimal results in bright daylight, there's an existing solution, Samsung's previous dual aperture technology. The Galaxy S10e, S10, S10 Plus were the last to feature this, enabling a switch between f/1.5 and f/2.4. the Galaxy S26 Ultra, is expected to launch with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2, delivering a noticeable boost in performance over the Galaxy S25 Ultra's Snapdragon 8 Elite. But that's not the only performance upgrade. This improvement will also come from faster RAM. According to Ice Universe on X, the Galaxy S26 Ultra will feature LPDDR5X RAM with a 10.7 GB per second data transfer speed. In comparison, the Galaxy S25 Ultra uses LPDDR5X rated at 8.5 GB per second, making the new RAM around 25% faster. This speed boost should translate into benefits like shorter loading times and smoother graphics rendering. Back in April 2024, Samsung introduced LPDDR5X RAM with the same 10.7 GB per second speed, and it's likely the company will use its own chip in the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Currently, no other manufacturer produces faster RAM chips for mobile devices. We've now accessed the first official firmware for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Identified by version number S948USQU0AYG8, the build information confirms it is running on Android 16 with One UI 8.5. This marks the first formal mention of One UI 8.5, confirming its existence. Ice Universe recently shared a quick summary of what's coming. The phone is becoming even thinner, shrinking from 8.2mm to somewhere in the 7mm range. It'll be slightly taller and wider, yet lighter overall. The display remains 6.9 inches, but now uses co-depolarizer technology, making it brighter and more power efficient. Combined with enhanced anti-reflective glass, outdoor visibility should be noticeably better. Camera improvements are also in the pipeline. The main HP2 sensor is getting a wider aperture. The 5x telephoto lens is being upgraded, and the 3x telephoto now offers 12 megapixels with an improved sensor. All of this should result in better low-light shots and crisper zoom images. Under the hood, the S26 Ultra will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 Elite for Galaxy, now clocked at 4.74 GHz. Samsung is testing an Exynos 2600 variant, but realistically, it's unlikely to make the cut and it almost certainly won't appear in the Ultra. Battery capacity remains at 5,000 Milli-Ampere-Hour, now paired with 60-watt fast charging support. It will launch with One UI 8.5, which appears to be a significant upgrade over the version seen on the Fold 7. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Peace out.